Hey, hey! I feel like I haven't been live in forever. So if you're here, let me know that you're here. If you're catching the replay, give me a hashtag replay. I hope you guys have seen my rebranding a little bit behind me too. Loving it, loving it, loving it. It's so much more me. I wear black all the time. You know this, guys. All right, so I wanted to come on and say hi, first of all, because like I said, I've been with my kids straight for like 2 weeks, and now they're with their dad. So I'm so excited to have some time to be with you guys. But I really wanted to come on I've been having a lot of one-on-one sessions, and a lot of people are like, I already know my issues. I just don't understand like why nothing's changing. Oh, I see the hearts. Say hi, say hi. Let me know. I don't see any comments. So I kind of wanted to share a little bit about like my journey with that, where it's like I remember going into my therapist because that's what we do, right? When we have issues and, you know, it's like we're so distraught that we don't know what to do with ourselves. We go and we find a therapist. And, you know, therapy is good. And listen, everything I'm about to say is from my opinion and my opinion only. I'm not a doctor, full disclosure, all of that. So, you know, I went to a therapist, and I remember the first thing I said to her, I said, you know, I want a divorce, and like, I feel like I'm drowning and I'm being thrown a swimming. Like I just remember that. And, you know, I worked 2 years with this therapist, and to figure it out, right? To heal myself, to move on, to be happy. And it didn't really work. And I would go every single week, and I would hash out whatever my issues were. And I remember towards the end when I was kind of getting into the spiritual work, and I'm like, what am I going to talk about today? I'm kind of happy, but I got to think about like something in my past to like talk about, to like rehash and bring up and heal from and everything. And, you know, when I got done with therapy, I was just like, I don't really feel any better. And when everything happened with my divorce and realized that my ex was a narcissist, I said to myself, why the hell didn't my therapist tell me this? Everything that I have said to her, why wasn't I known about this? Why wasn't I aware of this? And so I look back at it now and I laugh, because I'm like, wow, that was a little bit of a waste of time. I mean, it's good to talk about things. And I know I'm like, should I talk about therapy? Should I not? But I'm just sharing my story with you. I talked about things a lot, and I would come home and I would cry, and I'd be like kind of like depressed and kind of like, ugh, and it wouldn't leave me in good energy. But that's what we're supposed to do, right? We're supposed to go and we're supposed to talk about things, because talking about things changes things. I already knew my issues. I knew I had abandonment issues from my father. I knew I had, you know, I don't know, issues with men, that's for sure. You know, like I knew I had all these things, but I wasn't getting any clarity as to how to solve them. I was just getting, you know, just talking about it. Anyway, so I moved on. The divorce happened, or the separation happened, which, you know, whatever. The new girlfriend came in, and I was even more distraught than I was when I came in the first time. That was 2 years ago. And 2 years ago from the time that I had started therapy, not 2 years ago from now. But, you know, my friend brought me to the sound healing, and it's all energy work, right? And I had released, it was so funny because I went into the session, and I went in with an intention, just like I say to do with any of the energy healing that I do. And I swear by the next day, I felt better. It's not that I talked about it, it's that I released it. And I realized through the energy work, and after I got my, you know, certification in the energy healing, is that everyone asks me that, like, well, I know that. I understand that. I know why I have my issues. I know why I am the way I am. I just don't know what to do about it. And that is where I realized that when I did the energy work, the energy healing changes and shifts your actual energy. Where when you're in therapy, all you're doing is talking about it. And you're literally emotionally triggering, right? Talk about that a lot. Emotionally triggering yourself back to that situation. So I really feel as though every time you do that, you're just hitting yourself again and again and again. Instead of with the energy work, we basically go back and we shift the energy. Because a lot of the times, whatever situation you've been through, that energy is still stuck there. I had a one-on-one session, and they're like, well, I understand why my dad was the way they were, and I can understand the same thing, my mom, my dad, my grandparent, whatever. But it stays with us. It stays with us all the way through. And it's like, as I work with everybody, it's like saddening to see how something at the age of like 7 years old or even 5 years old carries through with you all the way to adulthood. Hey, Melody. It carries through with you all the way to now. And if you still let it, it will keep carrying with you because you haven't changed the energy. So I titled this, You Know Your Issues, Why Isn't Therapy Working? And that is what I realized, is that it doesn't work because you're not shifting the energy. You're just talking about things and you're trying to figure out how to deal with them rather than shifting the energy. I've been watching, some TV, and a lot of mental illness is going on with the show. And it's so saddening. And I'm like, you got to shift the energy, because we know why we are the way we are, but it doesn't make it any better to just accept it. You have to change it, right? And you can learn coping techniques, the anxiety, the depression, taking care of yourself and all of that stuff. But until you shift the energy, it's going to sit with you. And that's the one thing that I learned. And that's why every single time that something comes up for me, and it will, because we're human, it's always going to come up for you, I go in and I shift the energy. My friend's like, oh, you should go to my therapist. I'm like, nope, I know what the problem is. I'm going back. I'm going to the situation when it first occurred, and I'm shifting the energy at that point, because when you do that, it rolls forward. It's like a domino effect. So a lot of the times, and I've been saying this recently, is that we think we need to heal what happened now. It's like, I felt like I needed to heal the separation, the loss of my husband, the loss of my marriage and my life and my family. I felt like I had to heal that. But all of that was just an emotional trigger for everything that I've been through in my life. And when I healed that, when I went back and did the energy work for that, that's when everything started to shift. And I disconnected from my ex-husband, because it wasn't about him anymore. It was about me, and it was about the energy that I had trapped inside. And until I released that, that's when shit changed, guys. That's when, like, I can't even, from back then to now, it's like amazing. So, I just wanted to share that with you. If you're questioning your therapist, and of course, I'm never going to give you the recommendation to quit therapy. I would use energy healing in addition to that until you're ready to quit therapy on yourself. But that's why, if you've been going to the therapist and like, you might feel better and you might learn coping techniques, but until you shift the energy that is trapped from the situations that you've been through, you're going to kind of stay stuck where you are. All right. So I wanted to kind of share that with you guys, because, I'm getting very clear on what I do and how I want to help you. So therefore, that is what I want to share with you. Yeah, so thank you. Let's see. All right, Melody says, don't know how to shift the energy from grief. Yeah, it takes a lot. I mean, with grief, yeah, sometimes like you can't explain it. I had worked with somebody that was kind of slipping into a depression. I was like, oh no, we're not going here. All right, close your eyes. Let's do this. And it literally shifts your energy. The way I think of it is like this, and I understand. I'm gonna have to call them. That's my kiddos. Okay, I'll call them right back. The way that I think of it is like this. If you think about it, if you're having a bad day, right, and then like the song that you love comes on and you start dancing, and you can see your energy shift, right? If you go on a roller coaster, and like, I remember going on like a slingshot ride, and I was like, holy crap, that was like 20 years of energy, like 20 years of therapy in that one slingshot ride, because you have no choice but to shift your energy. You're either screaming out of fear or excitement or whatever it is, but your energy is shifting. So Melody, how to shift your energy from grief is just to do the energy healing, and with the intention of letting go, with the intention of knowing that time will, I won't say heal, but it will take time to adjust to your new reality. So that's kind of my answer for you, is just the energy healing. So anytime that you go in, you want to go in with the intention of, you know, shifting your energy from the grief to letting go of the attachment that you have to the loss, not to the person, to the loss. Okay. So that, yeah, Felicia says, yeah, therapy doesn't help. Neva says, thank you. You've been instrumental in getting me so far as well. Awesome, Neva. Yes, girl, you have come so far. You know, and it's so funny because, you know, my girls that have been with me since day one when I started this, which was back in 2017, you guys have come so far and I've come so far. And I know that you've seen my journey and I love seeing your journey. But that's why I do what I do. That's why I've stuck this out, because I know that the energy, how powerful energy healing is. And that's why I put it in my tarot, because I want people to get introduced to it. And so many comments that I get, they're like emotionally crying and they say, I needed that. I feel so much better. And it's because you're shifting energy. It's all about the energy, right? All right, guys, I am going out with ladies tonight, so I am very excited, but I wanted to share that with you. I also want to share that the Heal Your Life course is still up. We start July 28th. I'm going to go ahead and put it in the comments because I have not kind of promoted it at all over the last 2 weeks. So I do want to let you know that it is still going. I want you to know that I added a certification, so you get an energy healer certification. So if you do want to start your own business with it, you'll have that in your pocket. Also, just want to let you know, it will probably be the only time that I'm running it. Okay. And I'm not just saying that, it's because I'm going a different path here. I really want to focus on energy healing and helping you guys get to the point where I am happy, independent, confident, ready to live life, all that stuff, you know, all that abundance that you want. So kind of that's where I'm headed. So I'm not going to be kind of teaching the Lightworker stuff anymore. So, but I will be sharing all of that with you guys. So exactly, Melody. You never thought to leave the loss, not the person. Yeah, see, that's the thing. A lot of the time it's triggers, right? This loss of this person has triggered something within. And that is, you know, that's where we talk about the energy healing. So if you want to learn what I do and how to heal yourself, because if you can heal yourself, when I'm telling you things will come up all the time, you want to jump in on this class. It's a 4-week class. I'll give you the details as when you go there. You'll be seeing it. I'll be posting it a lot just because I want people to get in there if you really want it. There is a payment plan. If you need a different payment plan, just let me know. But yeah, so it's good. I've already got many people signed up, 5 or 6 people signed up. So, but I haven't even promoted it. That was the early bird. So here you are promoting it. Get on it. Get in it. Change your life. Heal your life. Power of energy healing. Much love to all of you. Thank you for following me, liking, subscribing, all of that good stuff. Much love to all of you. Have a wonderful, wonderful night. Bye, guys.